Hey, Keith Roth, Dictators, Frankenstein 3000, Sirius XM, the new variants, and you're hanging with my dudes, Bruce and Tone, hooked on Sonics. Always a good time.
And we're live.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another fantastic episode of Hooked on Sonics. I am one of your two hosts, Bruce, and as always, everyone's brother from another mother, the Tone Capone. And this week, we're going to be doing a lot of talking and a lot of drinking. Uh, and we're going to be talking about some interesting albums. I know Tony's going to have a lot to say. I gave him The Doors, The Soft Parade. Everyone who knows Tony knows he's a huge Doors fan, and he gave me End Ever After's Kiss or Kill. Lots of music news to get into. Gonna touch base what we've been listening to, and like I said, we're gonna be drinking a lot, so we're gonna tell you all about all of that. Before we get into it, Tony, the people they keep begging me, please make Tony tell us the truth. How is he doing? So, how are you doing?
I am doing okay, man. Actually looking forward to the holiday. Want to go have a nice dining experience on the holiday.
Hmm.
Uh, think we're gonna make an attempt to. I think we got our tickets for Sonic Temple. I'm kind of looking forward to that. A
Okay.
lot more on that bill for my wife. Last year was more for a lot more for me, and this year is a lot more for her. I'd love for my daughter to go, but she's making excuses.
They tend
Excuses.
to do that.
They
Kids do
do.
that.
They do. Anyways,
Yeah.
yeah, just chilling, man. What you been listening
Eh,
to this week?
Well, there's a lot of stuff that came out this past week. The new Kiss Alive box set came out. Really cool stuff on that. Um, I highly encourage any Kiss fan to really listen to this. And if you've got an extra $500, go ahead and pick you up that box set. That's not on my Christmas list, but I've
Mm,
listened to it plenty. Really interesting alternative um, shows. Um, Couple of unheard things before. Some rehearsals. Um, really interesting stuff. The Beatles Anthology 4 came out as well this last Friday. Um, I've been really looking forward to that, and it's solid. The Anthology 4 is a must-have for any Beatles fan. It encompasses the entire career plus a new song called Now and Then. I don't remember all the details about where that song came from, um, but it's really good stuff. Let's see what else. Listen to the new single from Michael Monroe, uh, called "Disconnected." Our friend of the show, Steve Conti, he plays lead guitar on that, so um, definitely was checking that out. And then I finished the Mark Lanigan uh, autobiography, the memoir. Um, so really, what a life that guy led, and I highly encourage everyone to check that out. So, a couple other things I've been listening to. Um, there's a new album from James Woods with Bob Wayne doing the vocals on it. It's called Tombstone. Tombstone Opera. Um, it's a weird album, but I really dig it. I've really been digging it. And finally, due to the suggestion of our friend Wes Beach, I picked up some Dave Von Ronk. Um, the album is called In the Tradition with the Red Onion Jazz Band. This is kind of like folk. It's like a blend of folk and ragtime music from 1961. Uh, Pretty interesting stuff. All the
Huh.
guys at the record store were giving me shit about it, and I said that's okay. I dig it. What about
All
you?
right. Me, was listening to some Ohm earlier this week. I listened to the recent release from Municipal Waste, Electrified Brain, heard a big portion of that. Listened to a big portion of the recent release from Frail. Really looking forward to finishing listening to that one. Listen to the Testament album in its entirety, the new release from them. It's probably going to make my top five, dude. It's that good of an album.
I've definitely heard great things.
Yeah. What else was I listening to this week? Hmm, I can't really think of anything else right offhand. Those are what freshly come to mind. Um, oh, I finished listening to the Bronco album too. That's a really, really good album in itself. Um, I don't know, like in the realm of like Doom, Stoner Doom, there are a couple bands where vocals are just really going to murder you if I ever gave it to you. And Weed Eater, Bongzilla, um, who else? Well, these guys as well, Bronco, as a very, very, very rough vocal. And they actually did a cover on this album um, of The Night the Lights Went Out in Georgia.
The
And
Jimmy Lawrence
and
song.
while it's very interesting, and it's a very interesting take on it, it's not going to be for everybody. My sister heard it and said, "Oh, this is a damn atrocity." Like
Then
she
I
was
would
just,
probably feel the same.
yeah, I get it, but it's like listening to the 6 Feet Under covers that, cover albums that Barnes and the guys do. And
Hmm.
they're interesting takes on it. It's just, they really cover the music well, but when you get to that vocal, either you're going to be into it or you're not, so, but yeah, other than that, man, that's about it.
All right. Well, very good. Let's see. We did that. Are you thirsty yet?
I'm been drinking.
All right. Well, what have you been drinking?
Well, tonight, folks, you often hear me have beers and bourbons and stuff and
Hmm.
whatnot. And I
Hmm.
may or may not have done a review on this before, but I've actually brought the bottle upstairs.
Hmm.
But this week, I am drinking El Tesoro Blanco. This
Ah.
is hands down, at this point in time, my favorite tequila. It is very clean tasting because it's additive free. It tastes like tequila should taste to me, and it's very smooth. Um, Threw some in my in honor of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame recently going on.
Oh.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame shot glass here. We'll take a little sip.
Hmm. For those of you can't see, he's choking and dying, so this must taste great.
Smooth.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. That choke was actually I had a small tickle in my throat. But no, really, it's very smooth. Here, we'll retake second shot, second taste. I love to sip this one. I like mixing it. It makes a hell of a cactus water.
Now, how do you make a cactus water?
Shot or two, if depending on how strong you like it, over
Hmm.
ice.
Hmm.
Drop in the juice of one lime and fill the glass up with. Well, my bad. Let me reverse because there's something you have to do first off. You know what tahine is?
No.
So it's a like a Mexican or Hispanic flavored spice of like lime and cayenne. I mean, just pepper and stuff. It's really tasty. You find it, in a lot of Hispanic restaurants where they'll rim a glass with it. Like
Gotcha.
if you get a michelada, which is a Bloody Mary made with a beer, it's that grainy ingredient that's kind of red, orange, and stuff and whatnot. So you rim a glass with tahine, throw in some ice, shot or two of your favorite tequila, fill it up with or the juice of one lime, and the rest of it up with club soda, and it's like a kind of like a spicy Sprite, man.
Nice.
So I like them. I think they're pretty good. I can drink it. I can drink a ranch. Now the OG version is called a ranch water, where they take that and they put it over. It's just the lemon and the tequila and the fucking club soda.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what are you giving that?
El Tesoro, it's a five
Mm-hmm.
all day, dude.
Okay.
If it's my favorite, even currently, it's still a five. This dude, I know that you drink tequila every once in a while.
A little bit. Yeah.
This is an amazing, amazing, amazing tequila, and I've cut my teeth on tequila. While I love bourbon, and everybody knows I do, tequila is actually my first love.
Okay.
And
Very cool.
I cut my teeth on the worst of the worst. Half gallons of fucking Jose Cuervo Gold.
All right. Which tastes better or worse? Which tastes worse? Jose Cuervo Gold or Old English?
Jose Cuervo Gold. You can't get me on the old E, dude.
Yes.
An ice cold old E 40. If you can take one of those to the face, it's a good day. I'm serious.
That's funny.
Uh,
Well, I picked up something new the other day.
let's see it.
This is an Irish whiskey. It's called Shanky's Whip,
Mm,
made in Ireland, distributed from Ireland.
that looks dark.
Oh yeah.
What's the proof on that?
Let's see.
Proof on this is 40.
Only 66. So, in my official hiss shot glass,
Mm,
I've never had this before,
you'll probably
but
never have it again
I don't know. I like the presentation.
because it looks like a damn moonshine jug.
Okay.
Well said.
Okay.
Well said.
So hold on. So really interesting caramel tones to it. Hmm. It's sweet. Oh man, that is surprisingly good. Oh, wow. That is really good. There's a there's a caramel color, caramel flavor to it. Um, very easy burn.
For an Irish
Yeah,
whiskey?
yeah,
Nice.
yeah. This is wow. I'm gonna give this a 5.
Couple bangers on some drinks here.
Yeah, man. Check out Shanky's Whip.
Shanky's Whip.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, cool. News. What do you got, my
Mm.
friend?
Well, just real quick, man, just some of this information I saw over there at Blabbermouth.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Guns N' Roses 2026 tour coming up. Uh, Let's see what else. Uh, so who was it? I think it's Death Angel. Um,
Let me
reunites
see.
with a bunch of new members. Was it Death Angel? Let me double check on that. Um, uh, uh, Come on. I know I saw something. Um, Amon Amarth announces a 2026 tour with Orbit Culture and Soilwork. Uh,
And they'll be playing Sonic Temple.
yes, that is a fact. They will be playing Sonic Temple. Arch Enemy parted ways with their singer of 12 years, Alyssa White Gluz. She is not the, I don't, I think she's maybe the third singer in that group. Very interesting that they parted ways. And then she released an album or a single shortly, very shortly thereafter. Um, uh, I want to say like man, maybe no, it might have been Metal Church that kind of reunited and a bunch of different members, man. Oh, who was that? Give me a second.
Well, while you're looking that up, I did remember this Friday is Black Friday, and Record Store Day is having their Black Friday releases. Um, so that's pretty exciting. There's a couple of releases that I'm really looking forward to. Hopefully I'll be able to pick it up. The David Johansen and the Harry Smith's first album um, is being released first time on vinyl, and then there's a Doors concert previously unreleased from 1968. So those are two things I'm really looking forward to. So
So yeah, Metal Church reunited with a new lineup featuring founding guitarist Kurt Vanderhoof, bassist David Ellefson from Megadeth,
oh wow,
drummer Ken Mary, guitarist Rick Van Zant, and vocalist Brian Allen. This new version of the band released the single FAFO and has a new album slated for 2026 release. I saw the
that's
video and I thought, wow, wow, I ain't heard them for a while, man. And Dave
mhm.
Ellefson's with them, like, whoa.
What happened between the two Daves? Why isn't Ellefson in Megadeth anymore?
I think Ellefson came under fire for something regarding some kind of contact with a fan that was not it was something that was frowned upon. I don't know what the result of that was being. I don't, and I don't know all the particulars on about it, and I don't want to get into all the particulars about it because it could be a long, drawn out process vetting that.
Hmm.
Um, I don't follow Megadeth close enough to know the drama.
Hmm.
Dave's had drama in here and there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, um, it is strange to not, to not think of Dave Ellefson not being in Megadeth. I've always thought that whenever he was gone. But you know, it's good to see that he's making music if that's what he's doing.
Yep.
I don't know what that situation was. I'm not particularly familiar with it per se.
Hmm.
I thought I heard something in regards to possible like something like grooming or something like
Hmm.
that, and I don't know. I don't know. Once again, I'm not. Don't quote me on any of that because I don't know. I didn't do the research on it. I'm not going to talk on it.
Yeah, I was just
Um,
wondering.
Megadeth is just they're a band that I once followed intently, but I don't follow as intently. You know,
Yep. Yep.
my musical taste has moved in other directions, and it's not. I don't stay on top of Metallica and Megadeth news. I just don't.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
I mean, when they release this final album, you and I will probably go over it knowing it's the final album. Um, but we reviewed 72 Seasons. Huge release for Metallica. Obviously, that any Metallica release has the potential to be very huge. And you know, while we give them the respect they're due, I just don't follow them like that anymore, man. I couldn't tell you what pick James Hetfield's using right now if it came down to it. So
And honestly, I haven't listened to that 72 Seasons album since we reviewed it.
just for me, there wasn't anything memorable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? While it might have been a good album, for me, it just wasn't like there just wasn't anything memorable for me.
Yeah. Yep.
You know,
Yep.
didn't have that impact of like hearing fucking Master of Puppets Ride the Lightning for the first time.
Yeah. Yep. Uh, is that it for news, my friend?
I believe that is, and sir, that is the news.
All right. Well, my friend, I think I went first last time, but I think I want to go first this time. I want to save you for last because I really want to pick your brain on that Doors album. I want to hear every bit of it. So I want to give you as much time as you possibly want to take. So I'll go first. You gave me End Ever Afters, Kiss or Kill album. This thing was released in 2007, and that was October 30th, 2007 to be exact. This was their first and only studio album, other than an EP. I think it was like 4 or 5 songs on that, but um, it had 2 singles on it. I Want to Be Your Man, and Baby, Baby, Baby. Um, this is essentially where they peaked. It's pretty wild to kind of think where where they could have gone if they could have kept it together. Um, let's see. Let me start with the cover first. So the cover is kind of seductive looking cover. A shirtless female with some like crazy red, you know, I'm assuming supposed to look like blood, but very artfully done with her tongue sticking out. Pretty. It's simple, but it has a message.
It's effective.
Yeah, kiss or kill. Yeah, it definitely fits the title. Uh, they consider this glam metal. Would you consider this glam metal?
Definitely had that feel.
Mm,
Definitely had that feel.
yes. They're based out of Sacramento. During this tour, they had a couple opening tours with Cinderella and Poison, even a couple shows for Kiss. Um, they had some crap band open up for them called Suspect Jupiter or something. Um, you know, real quick. So you opened up for Endeverafter.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it was on this tour.
Oh, for sure.
I have no recollection of this show. I know we were there. Obviously, I know you were there. I know I was there, but I have no recollection of the show. What can you tell me? What do you remember from the show?
I remember 2 weeks before the show, we got the call. Can you guys sell tickets or get people together to come to this show? We'll do a discounted rate on these tickets, whatever.
Hmm?
Somebody dropped the ball and didn't promote this show. So down across from the I think they call it Kimba Live now or something like that. It used to be the LC Pavilion. The names of those places change constantly, except the basement. The A&R bar used to be the House of Crave, and that's where we played when
Mm-hmm.
they did this. And we played the House of Crave and the A&R bar several times. but we played the basement probably the most. Um, we got the call, hey, can you come in? This band's coming in from LA area and we need an opener and somebody dropped the ball. We need people to come.
Hmm.
And I called my family. I called everybody I could. It was just such an off situation. And we got a bunch of people to come up, probably about somewhere between maybe 20 or 30 that night, man, which wasn't for as short notice as it was.
Hmm.
And the night that it fell on, I want to say, was really weird. Um, we didn't do too bad. And the singer, Michael Grant, and I
Hmm.
had some conversation throughout the night, kind of talked about where he was out in LA doing shows with the guys out in LA and stuff. And
Hmm.
um, he was a really nice guy. I was wearing a Bruce Lee all over print shirt, and he said something to the effect of, "You think I look like Bruce Lee?" I said, you could pass. He goes, "Don't be so generalized, man." It was really cool about it. Very cool fucking cat. And he came up to us at the end of the show, and they put on a great show. They were very, very high energy. Even for as little as a crowd that was there that night, they
Hmm.
didn't fucking hold back. They really fucking threw it on. And they signed everything for everybody. Everybody went and bought what they could.
Hmm.
And he come over at the end of the show and was like, "Hey, I just want to take the time to thank you and your guys because I know if it weren't for you, there'd have been nobody here
Mm.
tonight." And that
Pretty wild.
and that didn't happen often, you
Yeah.
know. We
Yeah.
actually had bands that are national acts that literally tried to cancel a show on us after, the locals pulled in like 500, 600 people. They weren't happy with the fucking sell.
Yeah.
It's like, are you out of your fucking mind? And dude, you want to hear the crazy thing about it?
Mm.
That band is local to Ohio.
No kidding.
Considered among certain metal fans that, you know, respected and stuff and whatnot. But literally, the club owner looked at him and said, "Your locals saved this show. You really gonna back out now?"
Mm.
Like,
Yeah.
wow. Yeah.
Well, you know what's wild about Michael Grant there? After After he
Endeverafter, yeah.
yep, he it went on to play with LA Guns for a hot minute.
A long hot minute, and
Hmm.
apparently there was some fallout there. Um, Tracy said he liked working with him. He enjoyed playing with him and stuff.
Hmm.
There's live footage of him out there doing like a Prince cover with LA Guns, which
Hmm.
was really, I think it might even been Purple Fucking Rain. But Michael's a hell of a singer, a hell of a performer, hell of a guitar player
Hell of
too,
a guitar player, yeah.
and a hell of a nice guy, man. When he dropped the Michael Grant and the Assassins album that had "Break Me with You" on it, I found
Hmm.
this to be a really good album, and I want to give that to you at some point in time. But
Yeah. Apparently he got kicked out of that band too.
Michael Grant and the Assassins?
Hmm.
What? No way, dude.
Yeah, yeah. He got kicked out.
How can you get kicked out of your own damn band? Michael
Well,
Grant and the Assassins.
Vinnie Vincent got kicked out of Vinnie Vincent Invasion, and that's how you got Slaughter.
Eh, I don't know.
No, that's what happened.
I don't know. I don't know. I can just tell you this. Michael was a really cool dude when I met him.
Yeah.
He was like he definitely looked and was the part and played the part to perfection of being a rock star. That dude is a certified rock star in my opinion.
Hmm.
However, he never came off as having that rock star bullshit to me. So, and
Yeah.
I've seen some people who are like that dude,
Yep.
you know.
Yeah, it says here as of March 2018, Michael Grant has departed from LA Guns to pursue other interests, including his solo project, Michael Grant and the Assassins. Although later, Michael Grant revealed he was fired.
What?
Yep. So it says.
That's a bummer, man. I hope he's doing something.
Yeah.
He's a hell of a talent.
Reach out to him. Figure it out.
Maybe I do. I think I
When
do. I think I do have him on Facebook. I might have to
yeah,
reach out.
yeah, absolutely. So let's talk about this album here. Kiss or Kill, like I said, October 30th, 2007. Um, lead single, lead track, I Want to Be Your Man. Now, I don't remember this song on the Blitz, but I know I heard their name all the time. Um, let's see. I'm reading my chicken scratch here. This was their highest charting song of their career. I think it ended up at like number 23 on the Billboard rock charts. Super great energy. It's catchy as hell. It's a great sing along chorus, and if you want to hit record, you got to get those sing along choruses. You got to get people involved. Killer blistering solo by Michael Grant there. I gave this an A plus. This is a great song, man.
Yeah.
Great song.
I still go back. I
Um,
still go back to that album and listen to a lot of it, dude.
mm, Next up was Baby, Baby, Baby. Um,
Baby, 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 come on and show me what you got. It's a banger, dude. Don't act like it ain't, dude.
I'm getting there. Uh, the opening riff reminded me of uh, Kansas's "Carry On Wayward Son."
Hmm.
Just that opening riff. Um, Again, this was the second single. I think this ended up it's still in like top 50. Um, More great energy, very suggestive lyrics. Michael's vocals are really made for this type of rock. Super talented guitar player. Solid A on this one. Not quite as good as I Want to Be Your Man, but man, it's catchy. It's fun, you know. Next up was Gotta Get Out. This song had a darkness feel that the band The Darkness. I could definitely hear Darkness sing this. I gave this an A plus. It's very poppy. Another solid, catchy chorus, solid rock and roll riff, killer solo. And I'll say this more than once: no wasted notes. His A lot of his guitar solos are they're they're perfect for each song. They're not overdone. It's not pretentious. It just fits the song. So, got to get out. Solid A plus on that song. Let's see. Next up, we got Poison. This has a locomotive type chugging beat. It's talking about taking psilocybin and, you know, just kind of, getting all tore up and discovering the head trip. Um, I gave this a B. It's not skippable. It's okay. It's a good song. The phrasing on this is just off. Like his delivery, it's just something's off with it. Um, the guitar tone in this is really good though. The solo has this really cool classical like Bach feel to it. So that really the musicality in the actual song really helped out. But like, it was kind of an uneven song, I would say all in all, but it's not horrible, not skippable, but it's definitely a drop off from these first three songs for
What'd you give
me.
it?
B.
Okay.
Gave it a B. Um, Next up is Next Best Thing. It's a really pretty ballad. This is the first ballad on the album. Michael's voice really shines here. Again, a great solo. No wasted movement. Just a pretty song. I gave it an A plus. This should have been a single too. This absolutely should have been a single. Um, I would say it'd probably be a good third single to
Yeah.
really draw it in. So, um, next up is Tip of My Tongue. I gave this a C. I said musically it's really good, but the vocal delivery and the lyrics are just lazy. It wasn't very good. It's skippable for me. Um, and it's about a minute and a half too long. This is just not a great song. Musically, it's really good though. So, it kind of saved it to, if it wasn't for the musicality on that, I probably would have dinged it even lower. But man, next up is Road to Destruction. I gave this another C, and I'm starting to get a little worried here. I said vocally and lyrically, this just didn't feel natural to him. Like he's trying to sound like he's a badass in this, but like he's his delivery is real breathy and just and it's like, okay, dude, simmer down. It just sounds stupid. Like this is not a good song for him. Um, he's got this line, "I've got a thirst for war and a will to dominate." Okay, man, like this isn't you. This isn't. This is. It doesn't fit your vocals. It doesn't fit your look. Nothing. Um, and I really wanted to like this song. I really like the guitars in it, but I just can't get past it. Um, the other piece of it, so it's a C, and it's pretty skippable to me.
Okay.
Um, let's see. Next up is All Night. More darkness feel. I believe, has the same kind of structure as I believe in A Thing Called Love.
Okay.
The vocals and lyrics really fit him here. This is great, kind of having fun, dirty lyrics, great chorus. This is one of my favorites on the album. Um, I gave it a solid A. It's fun. It's a really good song. Then next up we got Slave. Um, this had kind of like a Queens of a Stone Age riff to me. It's a great guitars and drum piece about halfway through. The rest isn't great, and nothing else besides that. I don't know, like that bridge area about halfway through really stands out. It's not skippable, but it's like, okay, it felt like filler, but not skippable. So I gave it a B for Slave. Next up was From the Ashes of Sin. Um, I gave this a C. I said there's nothing really wrong with the song, just boring. There is a little bit of a like a double kick drum um, piece in the bridge that was kind of interesting, but it's just boring to me.
I get it.
Uh, yeah. And then finally, the final track is "Long Way Home." This is an interesting choice for a closer. As you know, um, I'm more of a high energy closer type guy, but this was another ballad, all about missing being home and being on the road too long and this that and the other. And for whatever reason, it worked. There is a I don't know who's singing the female harmonies on this, but it was a really good ad um, in that. It's a nice touch of mandolin in there, and I really think that this song could be a country hit today. I really believe that. If you get some country artist today to cover this, it'd be top of the charts. It's a really good song. So I gave it a solid A. So all in all, it's a good album. It's a really good album, and I'd be interested. It makes you wonder, what if?
What if there
What
was a
if?
second one?
Yeah,
Could they follow it up with just as good an album?
yeah.
You know,
We'll never
I get
know.
it.
Yep. Um, there's some good stuff on here. It's an uneven album, though. I will say that it's uneven. But the shit that's good on here is really good. The stuff that's not as good, it's very noticeable. So Having said all that, the really good songs on here really make it good. Um, I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it an 8. I'm gonna give it an 8. I know there was a few C's on there, but man, this the good songs on here made me curious as to is there anything else?
Yeah.
And I guess there's the EP out there, but I haven't listened to it yet. Um, but that was it.
Solid album, dude.
Yeah,
And the
it's
funny
solid.
thing is you can't remember seeing them. And I
No,
remember opening up for them. I've got a picture. I've got to find it. And as soon as I find it, I'll snap a picture of it and send it to you. I've got a
okay.
picture of you sitting at the bar of the House of Crave while
I I got
we were both sitting at the bar. I
okay.
was actually in that Bruce Lee shirt. You can see it plain as day in that picture. I have to
That's
find it.
funny.
We were both I would say probably a little bigger at that time.
I was definitely puffy.
Oh, I was Stay Puffed. So we giving the
The
album solid 8, huh?
solid 8. I'll
All
give it an
right.
8. It's solid.
Nice. All right. So let's get into what you gave me.
Mhm.
You gave me The Doors, Soft Parade. I believe this was released around 1969, 1971 area, somewhere right around.
1968
Oh, yeah.
August.
So um, I'm going to preface, kind of give you guys a warning. I am in no way a Doors fan. I have tried several times to take in the Doors and appreciate what they are, but this album really kind of reconfirms that my feelings on this. I also understand that this album is probably not the greatest example or what someone would want to give to turn them on to the Doors. Um,
That is
and it's
correct.
very hard. And I really want to say this very, very hard. It's very hard to give a review on a band or a body of music that from a band that you really just don't enjoy, man. You've tried to get into it, and never once do you find yourself going, it's on the radio and you go, oh man, I got to turn that up. No, it's a skip for me every time, dude. And it's like, I just, I don't mean any disrespect because Bruce knows this. I love Morrison's vocal style. Glenn
Hmm.
Danzig sounds similar to that. And I'm a huge Danzig fan. Probably one of the biggest Danzig fans you know. And
That is true.
I'm a huge Cult fan. Ian Astbury sounds like him. You know what I mean? And if, from my understanding, Ian went in and did some Door stuff with them and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that I don't enjoy the vocal style, but if you had to put Danzig's lyrics, Ian Astbury's lyrics against Jim Morrison's lyrics, both of these other dudes would blow him clear out of the water, in my opinion. Clear
Um,
out of the water, in my opinion. I want to get to that. I'm going to get to
uh,
that. I'm going to get to that. Okay. But I just want you guys to know it's very hard to review an album from a band that you really do not enjoy. This is Bruce's only, he screwed the pooch on this one. I need you guys to know that, right? In order for me to listen to another Doors or Jim Morrison piece of body of work that has anything to do with all the members of the Doors, he's going to need to finish a very rare CD to add to my collection so I can finish my digital collection.
that's right.
And it's a lot of it's a hunk of change. I mean, I just ain't got that kind of money just to throw around whenever. I mean, I could if I wanted to, but you know, it's going to sting him a little if he's going to make me listen to another Doors album. So, with that being said, I once again want to reference. I do not believe this would be the Doors album that if you're a huge Doors fan, that you would turn other people onto. Like, you got to hear this one, man. Like, this is the
That is
first thing you got
correct.
to hear. So, let me go ahead and get into it, and we'll go from there. Track number one, Tell All the People.
Oh,
I gave this one a B. A
you
lot
went
of
high.
a lot of instruments. It sounds orchestral.
Mm-hmm.
It's not quite
Horns,
what
yeah.
it's not quite what I expected coming from the Doors. Um, Even though it was quite unexpected, I'm not rating it as a horrible song. I'm rating it as, the song structure and the talent it took to put all those instruments together and bring that together. I'm going to give it a B. I but I'm probably never going to listen to that again, dude. Okay. And for me, um, it's not a song that makes me for an opener that makes me go, okay, I'm looking forward to listen to the rest of this album. Okay.
Mhm.
Track number 2, Touch Me. This is a classic
It
Doors
is.
hit.
Uh-huh.
If you're a Doors fan, this is probably in your playlist. This is probably on a Doors greatest hits album.
It is.
Said it's a classic Doors tune. Very familiar with this tune. To me, it's always sound like
I love. So
listen,
I'm gonna
listen,
give
hold
people hold
on.
on real quick. I'm gonna give people a little peek behind the curtain. So we briefly talked about this, and Tony is seriously on the struggle bus because he hates the Doors, and he's trying to be as positive as he can. And I'm just like, dude, just be as brutally honest as you want to be.
I
And
can't.
you are squirming so
So
bad.
so let's finish this.
So
All right. I don't
funny.
want to. I don't want to be doing this all damn night.
I want
Um,
to pick it apart.
Touch Me. I gave this one A. It's a
Really?
class. It's a classic Doors tune. I'm very familiar with it. To me personally, it's always sounded like a
Hmm.
um, lounge act song. And in all honesty, on this album, in my opinion, this should have been the opener.
I would agree with that.
I think this should have been the opener. I think a small swap of that placement, song placement, swept out Touch Me and Tell all the people back and forth would
Hmm.
have been good. One thing I did like on this song, this seems to be an area of chicken picking that was going on that I could hear guitar wise. And that's one of the things I will say in regards to the Doors. I love that guitar player, dude.
Yeah,
He,
Roderick
he,
Krieger's the man.
I mean, Krieger is a hell of a guitar player, dude. And I mean, I'm not like, I'll get into it. Just give me a minute, man.
Hmm.
So, track number 3, Shaman's Blues. I gave this one an A. I absolutely love the bass line on this. Not a fan of the organ, and I love the guitar. So here we get into my main issue with the Doors. This organ, dude. This organ, time and time again, sabotages things for me in the Doors. It's nothing personal against, I believe it's Ray Manzarek.
Hmm.
I know he was a pivotal part of their songwriting, a pivotal part of their sound. But for me, it's the one thing that I can do without in the Doors, and maybe, just maybe, I could dig it. It's not, it's like I get it's an integral part of their sound, but to me, it feels like while the organ may be in tune and doing its thing with the song, for me, I feel the song fights the organ and the organ's fighting the song. And that's just
Interesting.
that's how I feel about it. I'm sorry.
Mm.
Maybe people don't understand that, and I get that. I get it. Trust me, I do. But for me, it's a lot of my issues with the Doors is the organ. And I'll get into one of my other issues here in a minute.
Yeah.
Um, I gave this one an A. I love the bass line here, and just not a fan of the organ. I love the guitar. And you'll hear me say that several times. I really dig the guitar on that. Um, Track number 4, Do It. I haven't given one of these in a long time, dude. This was a D. A very mid-tempo, upbeat. Um, for me, it seemed like it was all over the place. Uh, the drums, or no, what did I say there? Prominent bass line, organ. I did not feel this song whatsoever. And I've wrote off to the side weak lyrics. This is one of my many, many issues with lyrical style of Jim Morrison. He does a lot of repeating, like he's trying to chant something to you, but it doesn't come off with that really great rock and roll chant to me, you
Mhm.
know? Um, you have this diverse lounge sound. You have this orchestratal sound. You have this really cool bluesy thing on, and then all of a sudden this organ comes in and just throws that out the window. Like it's like I have these issues. That's just these are my issues with the Doors. Okay, and this is just
Mm-hmm.
me being honest. And this album probably highlighted every one of those issues.
Yeah.
Um, Track number 5, Easy Ride. I gave this one a C. Upbeat 60s vibe. Kind of felt like Grateful Deadish.
Yeah.
At this point, I find most lyrical content weak. I'm
Mm.
just not feeling it, dude. It doesn't grab me, and lyrics grab me, dude. These lyrics have no grabbing power to me. Track number 6, Wild Child. I gave this one a B. This is more what I expect and reminds me of 5 to 1. And I don't care for the bridge.
Mm.
I don't care for the bridge on this one. Um, if you had to ask me if there's one Door song that I somewhat dig, it's probably 5 to 1.
Great song.
You know, no one here gets out alive. I I I,
Mm-hmm.
I do dig that, but
Mm-hmm.
man, trying to listen through the rest of their library, man, and I've done it. It just doesn't do it for me, dude. So, um, track number 7, Running Blue. Another D for me, dude. It's a classic door sound, and then all of a sudden, there's some small old timey interlude, maybe chorus section, and it's somewhat upbeat, but I don't dig it, dude. It's
It's
not for
definitely
me.
Robbie It's definitely Robbie Krieger kind of channeling his inner Bob Dylan.
It just didn't do it for me, dude. And
It's wild.
like the music is great until that I want to say that vocal change, and it's nothing against
Mm-hmm.
his vocal, but if that isn't his natural vocal, it's very tellable. You know what I mean? Is that how he sounds across all Doors albums
He,
singing?
he doesn't. I think that's the only song Robbie's ever sang with the Doors.
Man, it's strange, man. Hmm. You know, not to say anything slightful by any means, but when you think about it and you listen to Gene and you listen to Paul and then Ace
Mm.
comes on, Ace has his
Yeah.
own twang as a guitar player. You know what I'm saying? Even when I think about guys like that, I think about CC DeVille. He's another
Mm-hmm.
one. He's got a song that they do live called "I Love Every Bone in Your Body But Mine" or something like that.
Okay.
But he comes out and does it, and it's a different vocal style than what you're used to hearing out of Poison and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, um, track number 8, "Wishful Sinful." I gave this one a B. I said it's a ballad type that picks up and it kind of goes back to a ballad. Pretty cool song. Um, this is not a skippable song to me, and I think it kind of, for the way the album paced itself for me, I think it kind of set up the final track,
Okay.
the Soft Parade. Um, I found this to be slightly groovy. There were some bongos. Um, did I say that I gave Wishful Sin a B?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So on this Soft Parade, slightly groovy. I believe I heard some bongos in here, which I thought were really
Mm-hmm.
cool. I said it was a cool closer, longest track, obviously the title track,
Mm-hmm.
and um, I gave this one an A. So, I mean, if you're a Doors fan, what how I perceive this album, if I was a fan of this band, this would be to me, knowing what I know of the Doors library, like this would be a deep cut album.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
So, and maybe some people really dig this body of work if you're a Doors fan.
Mm-hmm.
I personally, not being a Doors fan, have to give my honest take on these. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't like to trash any artist. I'm not going to do it. I know what it takes to put together a song, sit in a studio, try and get all the timing right. And it was even harder back then, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, however, we can't walk through life and say, I like everything. You know what I mean? We can't.
Oh.
There are things that you don't like in this world and things that
Mm-hmm.
you'd rather not care for, things that you don't listen to, things, smells you don't like, smells you do like, and
Mm-hmm.
tastes you like and tastes you don't like. That's what makes the world go round. For me, the Doors just don't do it for me.
Yeah.
And I take a look at this album I've got one, two, three A's out of 9 songs. Okay, no A plus.
Mm-hmm.
Then I got one B, two B, three B, and the rest is a C and a couple D's. So over half the album is practically, I'm not going to listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
I might listen to 1/3 of the album. Is this making me rush out and buy a Doors album? No,
Yeah,
no,
I bought you one for Christmas.
no. And Kate was talking about like, I'll get you the box set, and I'm like, it'll never be heard.
I will say this, the box set is phenomenal for this album. The I listened to the box set quite a bit. On like one of the CDs, all the orchestra and the horns are taken out, so it's just the Doors. That's pretty cool, and there's some really interesting like unreleased tracks on there. So
Okay.
yeah.
Well, with that being said, man, you know I'm not a Doors fan. You
Mm-hmm.
know I'm probably not happy with this album whatsoever.
You're not.
But if I go on a ratio of 3, 4, 5, 6 songs listenable, it's a little over half. For me,
Yes.
I'd imagine this would rate higher for a Doors fan, but for me, dude, I got D's on here, dude,
Yeah.
and a C. No A pluses to save anything, save face. Uh,
Give it what you're giving it.
6.75.
That's higher than I thought you was going to give it.
6.75. I listen, I can't give it an 8 because that means I would check out more Doors. I
Mm-hmm.
can't give it a 7 because I did not, and find this to be something I want to casually listen to.
Right.
But it is a piece of a body of work of people who paved the way musically for
Mm-hmm.
what was to come. I respect what the Doors have brought to the table. But it's just not for me.
Yeah.
You know, um, I don't, I don't know. Like we talked about where this would rank among your favorite Doors album. This doesn't rank in your favorite Doors album.
No, it's middle of the pack for me. It's
Yeah,
middle of the pack.
and I can imagine that. And like I said, I can imagine this is a great deep cut album.
Mm-hmm.
People, you want to go back and listen to this. And let's talk about the album cover. Had the band
Yeah.
on the front, kind of just in a casual thing, something you would expect for that time era. And it just,
It's not a good album cover.
it's a very basic album cover. It's a very basic album cover, like a basic album photo shoot.
Mm-hmm.
So um, all in all,
But then here's the inner sleeve. Here's the inner sleeve of that. That's really cool. Why wasn't
why didn't they do that as the outer cover?
exactly?
As the
But
whole outer cover, that would have been great. But
yeah,
yeah, they
that's
did that.
that's dumb. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, this is definitely not a album that
You
if
know,
I'm
and
trying to turn.
once again, it's no disrespect to the band, dude. It's just not for me. You know,
Yeah.
and this is why I don't want to review, bands that I don't really enjoy. I know that we have to pass these off sometimes, and I know that there are bands that I'm going to give you, and you're probably going to take them to the shitter,
Hmm.
and that's okay. But I can't, I don't want to knock the artist because I know what it takes to put this song for me. But for someone who is not a fan, someone who gave it an honest listen
Hmm.
and rated things honestly,
Hmm.
it just it didn't like,
Okay. Let me ask you this.
yeah.
What are you listening to first? Soft Parade, the album, or music from the Elder?
Ugh.
Gotta pick one.
No, I ain't got to pick none. I'm,
You're a
if
conscientious objector.
if that's what I listen, if that's no, I can't, dude. I can't. I
That's
can't.
wild.
I can't. Dude, it's once again, it's no disrespect. It just does nothing for me. And when I'm listening to music or researching music, I want it to do something for me.
Hmm.
You know?
Yeah,
I mean, do you want to sit around and listen to something that you don't enjoy for fucking an hour?
not necessarily, but
You
I'll
know,
absolutely shit on it if I
I
think it's absolutely trash.
I respect Bjork. She's a wonderful female, but I don't
Well,
go listening to her freaking albums.
she's insane, and her albums are crap. Yoko Ono, her albums are crap.
I know. Listen, I'm not disagreeing with you, but that doesn't mean I want to listen to them for an hour. You
Yeah,
know, and
but
I'm
you're
not
not gonna.
and I'm not comparing the Doors to them. I'm just saying it's just it's music that I don't listen to and I don't want to
Right.
subject myself to. You know, it's like
Coming up, coming up, Bjork's latest album.
let me ask you something. Did
Yeah.
when the Doors did their work with Ian Astbury,
Uh-huh.
did they write a full album where Ian got to write the lyrical content or anything?
I don't know. I think there is an album called Doors of the 21st Century. Um, I know they went on, I know they did some shows together, but I don't know if they recorded anything. I'll have to look. Yeah. No, well,
Anyways,
that's great.
yeah, so 6.75 from me, 8 from you. I think
Hmm.
we can go ahead and wrap this thing up.
Yeah.
With that being said, great show. Interesting take. I did not know that you were going to score that pretty high. I figured it might I thought it might have come in a little bit lower.
Yeah.
Just because um it's a good album, you're right, and you kind of do wish that, what could have been if they would have produced a second album.
Hmm.
What other kind of bangers would have been produced. But other than
Yep.
that, man, great episode.
Yeah.
So in keeping up with what our promise is to the show, if you choose to give us a couple albums to review, we will make an episode of it and we will review it. So our
Hmm.
good friend and panelist, uh, guitar extraordinaire from the group Beyond Neptune, our good friend Chuck, commented on the Facebook post the other day and mentioned the he wanted us to review a couple albums. So I believe he gave you the Carmen Mackey
Hmm.
and Blues Creation 1971, I believe that
Hmm.
was.
Yep.
And then he gave me a band called Portal and their, I believe, 2021, 2022 release, A Vow. So, Chuck, thanks for the suggestions.
Yes, my friend.
We'll be doing those next week for you. We
Hmm.
look forward to those reviews. Uh, if you have anything you'd like to throw out there for us, throw it out there. We want to hear it. And we want to give you that review, our honest review of that. If you like what you see here or what you're listening to, Please like, comment, subscribe anywhere. We are on all your favorite podcast streaming services. We appreciate each and every one of you. Bruce,
Good one.
you got anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, I would just say, um, your support really helps the show. Any commenting, any sharing, anything like that just helps us with the algorithm machines, the overlords, as it were. So help us out any way you can. We really do appreciate it. And remember to get your cats spayed and neutered.
One more thing I'd like to mention in regards to the social media thing. I want to get our TikTok situation together. However, until we know exactly what's going on with TikTok, it would be pointless. So I just want to keep putting that out there. It may have to wait till next season. I'm hoping that it doesn't, but as soon as we figure out what's going on with what they're doing with the TikTok servers and stuff, then we'll make that move. I noticed that our friends over at Shout It Out Loudcast are doing reels and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So
They got a pretty successful TikTok as well. So
good.
yep.
That's good.
Yep.
With that being said, I'm Tone.
I'm Bruce.
We're hooked on Sonics, and we will see you guys next week. Bruce.
See ya.
Salute.
Salute.